All right, Z-Rock and the Mike Paine Show and the Ozzy Osbourne Show. How you doing, Ozzy?
Oh, it's great to be here at Z-Rock.
All right, rock and roll. We just had the Circus of Power, Call of the Wild, a brand new track. Pat Dossey's also in here. Say hi, Pat.
Hi, baby.
All right. So, Ozzy, what are you doing around here?
I'm rehearsing for my No Rest for the Wicked tour. I'm going out on the road in about 10 days' time. Unfortunately, they still don't want me to, the kids want me to play down in San Antonio, but the authorities won't let me play there. I really want to play down in San Antonio.
Is that because of the incident a few years ago?
Oh, a long time ago.
Well, it's been a few years, about 5 years, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's really stirred up a lot of controversy. But how many towns are you actually banned in? I think Florida also, there was an incident.
Yeah, well, there was a period of time where it was like the end thing to ban Ozzy Osbourne, and it's like, well, now I'd like the ban to be lifted, because I'm not the same guy anymore.
I think everybody's trying to regulate records. They're trying to label everything and put everything in a class and saying, well, this isn't good, and these album covers aren't good, and this should be and should not be.
Yeah, but, the thing is, it's like, who has the right to take away people's, privileges,
Yeah.
I don't want to turn anybody into frogs.
Uh-huh. I
just want to play some real rock and roll,
Yeah, I understand. On No Rest for the Wicked, your original cover, why do you think they changed it? Was that your decision, or was that the record company?
What do you mean they changed it?
Did you have on the CD The Crown of Thorns?
No, there's a whole sequence of photographs. There's the one with the thorns, the one without the thorns, and the one without me.
Yeah.
And so it's like a whole sequence, so it doesn't get boring when they put like a 12-inch record out, they put a CD, a collector's record, and the record that's out. So it's all different. It's similar to the one, but it's like there's a slight difference on each album, on each cover of the 12-inch and the CDs.
And how did you get to meet up with Zakk Wylde?
I met him from auditions. When Jake and I split, I had to do the laborious task of auditioning, which was a pain in the what.
About how many guitars roughly? Just hundreds, thousands of them.
I still have a lot of tapes that I've got to send back to these guys when I get round to it. It's literally thousands. The mail was really sort of,
You still get letters coming in, audition tapes, and...
Oh, yeah, all the time, but, I'm really happy with Zakk. He's a fabulous guy, fabulous player, and I can't wait for the guys out here to see him play.
So you nailed it down to about 5 people, or to the final cut?
200 down to 100, 100 to 50, 50 to 25, 25 to 10, and down to 1,
Yeah. How's Zakk working out? How do you think he will do on tour?
Only time will tell. We did a small British club tour a couple of months ago to see how the band was working. Because, of course, I got Geezer Butler back now with me from Black Sabbath.
Right.
It's a really added bonus because he still plays as good and he still looks as good. And and the band's great, man. The band's real hot. We did the small club tour, I was just saying. And I got no qualms about it. I mean, when this thing hits, it's going to rock the nation, I hope.
Yeah, and you also played a prison, didn't you? You played in a prison. How did that go?
Captive audience, man. I couldn't leave.
They responded real well. They were taught to.
They had to.
All right, this is Z-Rock. We're going to take a break now, and you're listening to Ozzy Osbourne, Mike Paine, and Pat Dossey. Maximum rock and roll! All right, Z-Rock, we're back with Mike Paine and Ozzy Osbourne, and that's a song called Fire in the Sky off the new LP, No Rest for the Wicked. Tell us a little bit about the track, Ozzy.
There's tracks about me and my childhood. I had a very sort of wild, crazy childhood in the respect that I used to build up like castles of daydreams in my head, and they used to come crashing down on fire in my head, nothing ever really worked out for me as a kid. I was a really rebellious kind of a crazy guy.
So it was basically a reflection on your childhood and how you grew up.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And what did your father do what did your father react when you were interested in music?
They thought I was insane.
They thought you were just crazy, and
the thing in England, where I come from in Birmingham, it was sort of the thing to they get married, they have kids, the kids go to work, the kids pay their way through life and just die in factories, and I wasn't going to have any of that. I mean, I think instead of reading about America, I wanted to get there, and I haven't been disappointed. I think it's great over here, and I wanted to actually first-hand witness these, like a lagoon, and Australia, and America, and Canada, and all over Japan. I went there and started reading about it, and I wanted to travel, and I wanted to have a wild time in my life. And I think, if somebody said to me, if I had to go back in my life and change anything, I wouldn't change a goddamn thing. I'd just do it all again. It's been a wonderful existence.
Have you ever thought of touring the Far East or the Soviet Union?
They're boring, aren't they?
It's really boring. The people out there really, they've never heard you, and they probably would like to hear you a lot more. And
I wouldn't mind playing in Russia, but that's just kind of a bit of sort of.
It's really restricted.
Like second old city,
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a commercial break right now on Z-Rock Maximum Rock and Roll with Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah! All right, Z-Rock with Mike Paine. We're back with Ozzy Osbourne, and we're going crazy.
You still out there? You still awake? You ain't stoned or anything like that? Stay tuned to Z-Rock.
All right, wake up, guys. Well, Ozzy, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Black Sabbath days, and where did you originally come up with the name Black Sabbath?
We wrote a song called Black Sabbath in about 1970 or something, or 70-ish, as I remember. It seems such a long time ago. And we decided to change the name of the band from Earth, this was the name of the band at the time, to Black Sabbath, because one of the reasons was every time we phoned an agent up and they said, "What's the name of your band?" And we said, "Earth." They thought we were throwing up then at the end of the phone.
Did you ever think Earth, when you were in the band called Earth, when the name was Earth, did you ever think it was going to take off into anything? Or?
No, I mean, when the manager at the time turned around and said, "I got you a record deal for an album," I thought, wow,
You were basically just playing because you loved to play.
It was fun. It was a good way of travelling. We used to play a lot in Germany and Europe.
Do you like to travel a lot?
Got no choice. Comes with the job.
If you had a choice, what would you do besides being a rock and roller? Would you have anything else to do?
Be a rock and roller.
Be a rock and roller. No movie stars.
No, it's wimps.
The trick or treat religious outfit is the preacher. Did they cast you for that role originally?
Well, yeah, I thought it was quite an ironic sort of twist to it. I love doing. See, so many people out there think I'm real. I'm a real Satanist, and
yeah.
Maybe they think I am, and maybe it's up to them to decide. I ain't going to tell anybody because whatever I say, they say, the devil comes in many ways, shapes and forms. He's just saying he's not the devil, but he is the devil. If you were the devil, how would you like to get your people in? It's like, be nice.
So you basically played the devil's advocate there.
Yeah.
All right, we're back with Ozzy Osbourne and Mike Paine on Z-Rock. It's the Ozzy Osbourne Show, and we're going to say goodbye. And
for tonight, I'll be back tomorrow night. Won't I?
Yeah, you'll be back tomorrow night, of course, at 6 p.m. Central Time. That's 5 p.m. Mountain Time.
I've got jet lag. I don't know where
I get screwed up with the time zones myself. You just came in from London, I suppose. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm awake, man.
Is there anything you'd like to leave the audience with tonight?
Oh, sorry.
No. Oh, excuse us there.